Girlfriend wants her much older friend to live with us. My first ever post. I've been with my current girlfriend for 12 months now, and things are going steady. There has been talk of her moving in with myself for a few months now, which I was quite happy to consider. She currently lives with a friend in a place of their own. Though her housemate is 65 years old and my girlfriend is 29. This is where the issue starts. They've lived together for 8 years and have been through good and the bad. My girlfriend claims she can't imagine living without her friend. My girlfriend has put forward an idea. I totally seen this coming. She asked if her friend can come and live with us too, and I should consider all aspects of it before declining. There is only one positive that can come from this, and that is my girlfriend coming to live with me sooner. Apart from that, there are no advantages to this scenario. I own a 2-bedroom house, and I have my kids every weekend. So the second bedroom is naturally theirs. Supposedly her friend could have that bedroom, and the kids can sleep downstairs on the weekends I have them. Did I forget to mention she'd be bringing 3 cats with her too? Cat hair irritates my breathing when I'm around it long enough. If this did go ahead, I'd lose my privacy. Room and sex would probably go downhill because my girlfriend would be conscious that her friend might hear us. There's a lot more negatives, but I don't want to drone on and on. My girlfriend is very outspoken, loud, and doesn't hold back with her opinions. And I think this is going to cause an argument between us because I've already made up my mind on it all. It's a big fat no. I would rather be single than feel unhappy in my own house. Is that a harsh thought? Why should your kids not get a bedroom because of your GF's friend? Your kids even your GF. I've pretty much made up my mind on the subject. It's not happening. I just wondered if I was being hasty with my decision. She wouldn't be living rent-free. So it might be a help financially, but it's not enough to sway my decision. I don't know how my girlfriend will take the news. If she's awkward about the whole thing or argumentative, I'll call it a day. You're already miserable about this entire hypothetical arrangement and she hasn't even moved in. Put your kids first, dude. Even without the kids, this doesn't sound worth it. 3 cats you're allergic to, an old lady you'll have to take care of, and no sex? No, that's not a harsh thought. Well, it's nice to see everyone is on the same wavelength and I'm not the villain. It's perfectly reasonable not to want another unrelated adult to not live with you. Be honest with her. Nope, this will not end well. I would pass. Even if there weren't any other concerns with this, don't give up your kid's bedroom. You don't need a roommate in your 30s, this is nuts. My parents split when I was a kid and my father moved in with his girlfriend a couple years later. My sister and I never had a room in her house and it never felt like home. I hated going there even though she was a perfectly nice woman. Even though you only have the kids on the weekend, you should be making your place, home, to them. She's out of line for even asking. I could see if maybe you had a big 2-story house or something. But still you'd have every right to say no. Is that a harsh thought? No. What is your question or request for advice? Also, what happens if your kids are allergic to the cats or the woman doesn't get along with your children? Please don't put this girlfriend before the needs of your children. Side Q: are you renting to this friend or is she coming in for free? Consider this: you take in this option of, buy one, get one free. What if you and her friend don't get along? No one is villain. Just incompatible. What happens next? Do you get to throw her out? Would it be a joint decision? Will she move out as well? Would that kill the relationship? And would she rather throw you out instead and live with her words? She can't imagine living without her. Something is off with this relationship between your girlfriend and her roommate. Are you sure they just roommates? This behavior does not make sense at all. I could see if this was her mother possibly and she was somewhat invalid. This just seems off. It's a red flag that you already know that your girlfriend is going to get mad because you're not doing what she wants. My granddad once told me that exact phrase, open mouth smile. She's already made it clear how she feels about your kids. Do not give up your kid's bedroom for anyone. Your girlfriend can stay friends with her former housemate. It is totally irrational to think that you should displace your kids to make space for someone else to move in. You say your girlfriend is outspoken. If she becomes loud and irrationally argumentative about this, then that's a huge red flag. These is your children you're talking about. If she can't take your input into consideration, then she needs to go. Supposedly her friend could have that bedroom, and the kids can sleep downstairs on the weekends I have them. If you're serious about this, you can have the world's worst dad award. Seriously, fuck you for even thinking about this. What children don't deserve their own room and just sleep downstairs? Think with your brain and not your dick. I am more concerned about your health than about the friend. Are you going to be okay with 3 cats constantly around? About the friend. Maybe it's a good idea you try to talk to your girlfriend about it first. If she's loud, things will be probably best if you tell her about a couple of issues you might have with the idea of her friend moving in, such as the lack of space for your kids, for example. Perhaps if you explain this to her as in you are concerned, the argument can be more as in a one-on-one conversation to gain some perspective as how she might see it from your POV. Hope this can help at least a little. And the cats? Maybe some allergy medication could help? Visit your doctor for that if it is possible. The kids getting the room is the ultimate deal breaker. She wants you to put her friend over your own children. Nope. No. That's a total non-starter. Hopefully she's willing to see reason, but if not, that's a deal breaker. Honestly, 12 months is too soon to be moving in together when you've got kids. Your kids' needs for a bedroom is more important than your girlfriend or her friend. You would be better off being single than agreeing to this. Your girlfriend can't live without her friend? Sounds like codependency. You don't need to deal with their issues. I'm trying really hard to see what are the advantages of moving your girlfriend and some random old woman in your place. There is only one positive that can come from this, and that is my girlfriend coming to live with me sooner. Apart from that, there are no advantages to this scenario. Sorry, that's not enough. Depending on the laws in your state, it could be very difficult to evict these two if there are problems with the living arrangements. Meanwhile, you may fracture your relationship with your kids. I bet you've read sad stories of parents choosing others over their kids. What kind of person has it all figured out about how you should handle your children, and ask you to be content with dealing with breathing and cat dander and hair? I see no wins for you. GF. I have thought about it, but I do not want to live with your friend. I would love for you to move in with me, but adding 2 more adults and 3 cats to the household is too much. If you need to live with your friend, then it is best that we keep the current living arrangements. Please know it is nothing personal against your friend, she is great. This is just one of those situations where we cannot have everything we want. Thanks for understanding. Send her that by way of response. If she gets pissed, just keep it low key. I get that you are mad, but I gave it serious thought, and I'm asking that you accept my decision. If you need to take time to cool off, I understand. Drop that lady bro, you a king and deserve better. For me, the question would be what's up with this strange relationship with a 65-year-old. What's even stranger is her asking this. I'm sure by now she knows about your children and the fact there is only 2 bedrooms. It almost sounds as if she is dismissing them. I'm allergic to cats too, so that would be a solid no to them coming also. You really might want to rethink this whole relationship. I own a 2-bedroom house, and I have my kids every weekend. So the 2nd bedroom is naturally theirs. Supposedly her friend could have that bedroom, and the kids can sleep downstairs on the weekends I have them. Hard no. Your kids come first. This is reason enough to decline. I'd be wondering if there's something going on between them. Because that sounds like more than a just friendship. I never comment on these things. Your girlfriend absolutely does not get to give your kids' bedroom to whomever she feels like. Your kids will remember not having a room because you gave it to some old guy who is your girlfriend's friend. First, you say there's only one positive, but when you think through it, it's not even a positive. Your girlfriend coming to live with you sooner means she wreaks havoc on you and your children and your entire living situation faster. Why are you in a relationship with someone who has 3 cats who you're allergic to? Never mind someone who doesn't even think about the fact that your kids would lose their room in your house so that her friend has a place to live? What a thoughtless, selfish person. Your kids and your health come first. So that would mean dumping the selfish girlfriend and finding someone who understands that as a parent, you need to put your kids ahead of anything else. Absolutely not. Your kids are priority and should not have their room taken away, so that this friend can move in with you too. Your kids need their own space. The fact your girlfriend even suggested that is a red flag. As for the cats that will directly interfere with your health, another red flag. No matter how outspoken she is, she needs to have more respect for you, your relationship, and hold more value toward your children. To do this you would have to prioritize your girlfriend's friend, a stranger, over your kids. If your girlfriend can't see the absurdity of this after you confront her, you definitely don't need that in your life. The older person should know better. Your kids are the most important aspect of your life. She needs to yield or find yourself another girlfriend. It's not like she didn't know that you had kids and the current arrangements. She is selfish for even asking. If she doesn't agree to leave her roommate behind, it's time to move on. IMHO. This is about you and her merging your lives. Is her roommate a woman or a man? You're allowed to say no, and both of you are allowed to break up over this if you want without being a villain for it. But it sounds like you're already mad about cat hair and other stuff, so it's not just about her friend? Please give us updates after you talk it over with your girlfriend. My answer would also be a big fat no. Keep us updated, op. This whole situation is a no. Do you really want your girlfriend moving in? 1. No, that's the kid's bedroom. 2. No, I'm allergic to cats. 3. No, I don't want to live with your roommate. Be very careful about who you let into your sanctuary. Once that's their home, you have no escape. I think my post should pretty much say that I'm not on board with this. I'm just looking for advice. Honestly, the way she is thinking about your kids here should make you reconsider the entire relationship. She should already be aware that they come first, and she's trying to shove them into a corner. As a kid who spent weekends on the floor because the other bedroom was for my dad's girlfriend's kids or their guests, I want to strongly suggest you don't do this. Also, maybe reconsider the girlfriend too? You may love her, but I would have serious doubts about someone who suggested my kids sleep in the lounge so a friend, not even related, could have their room. Just stop and think for a second about where that tells your kids you place them in your priority list. As someone who has been one of those kids, it hurts like hell. Don't do it. It's a big fat no. I would rather be single than feel unhappy in my own house. We'll see. You wouldn't be posting here if your resolve was as strong as you portray it to be. I would ready yourself to be single if you feel this strongly. Nope. Weird and presumptuous. You need a new girlfriend. Not the asshole. The kids needing a room alone should stop this idea. Not to mention, if you let this housemate in, you'll probably never get them out. Your girlfriend can decide who she'd rather live with. This is a recipe for disaster. If you let your girlfriend and her friend move in, there is no way this ends well. You will be the beta and they will walk all over you, I guarantee it. You will grow to resent them for it. This is your house. If your girlfriend wants to live in your house, then it should only be her. You nor her are responsible for her 65-year-old friend. If you do let them both live in your house, it will not be the you and your girlfriend show, it will be the your girlfriend and her friend show, and you will become the third wheel and will feel like a stranger in your own house. I have seen it happen so many times. You need to stand up for yourself and put your foot down now, or else you will never be able to later. No. Grandma can go to assistant living or something. Your girlfriend attachment to this woman is strange. Did she loosen older women in her life recently or in the past few years? Tell her what you told us. You have a responsibility to your relationship with her and your kids. Any attachment she has doesn't supersede that responsibility. You don't have to be loud, but be straight with her. It's weird and not appropriate. Honestly, the only part one read is that they have 3 cats. That's insane. Tell her to fuck off. Duh.